Speaking of emotions, though, have you ever thought back to the night at the Alamo Bowl after you won the game and the crowd was chanting, "We want Bo"? Where does that, how do you think of that moment, and have you ever looked back on it since?
You know, it was a long time ago, and that was a special night. You know, there was a lot of emotion, and a lot of it didn't have to do with me. It was just there was a lot of things going on then, and with a lot of people involved, and you know what I've really enjoyed is been the last couple of weeks, which, you know, I've been able to. I wish I could respond to them or even pay attention to them, but there was the amount of support and phone calls and emails and whatever else, different ways of communication of the state, you know, even the possibility of me coming back, and I appreciate that because I wasn't here a long time, and I want to say this, you know, I'm in this, a large reason why I'm standing here today, and I want to make sure that I give credit where credit is due, is Coach Solich. And I really respect the job that he did. And I wouldn't be standing here today if it wasn't for Frank Solich giving me the opportunity to come back into college football to such a special place and to be a defensive coordinator. And you know, I think people along the way have forgotten that how important he was to the University of Nebraska and what he did over a long period of time. And I want to make sure that I give credit where credit is due because you know, sometimes I don't think Frank gets the credit for everything he's done for this place.
Coach Osborne talks a lot about the walk-on program and how important that is. What's your take on the walk-on program and how important it could be?
Well, I think it's important because I think it's a very big part of what University of Nebraska is and will continue to be. You know, it's about, like I said, one of the unique aspects of this job is, and the university is everything it means to the whole state. So the more young men and the more people in the more towns you get involved, or you have represented on your football team and in your program around the state, then it's just going to keep building strength. And obviously you don't have enough scholarships to do that. So the more walk-ons and the more people you're able to bring in your program with that passion and that desire to be part of the Husker football program, the stronger you're going to be and the stronger the state's going to be because of it. And I do believe it's extremely important and something that we're going to cultivate and try and draw back upon, you know, because you know, I don't know what's happened over the last few years, and I'm not really worried about that. And I got to say, I'm really not going to talk about it because I can't speak educated on what's happened over here the last couple of years. Well, all I'm worried about is the here and now and where we're heading in the future.
Well, new coaches often say that, you know, you're never fully prepared to be a head coach until you've been one. What growing pains do you expect to go through?
I don't know, you'll have to ask me that in a year from now. But I mean, if I knew I was going to go through them, I could, you know, I probably wouldn't go you know, probably wouldn't experience them because I'd probably, you know, address it in advance. But like I said, you know, it's with anything. You're going to come up, circumstances are going to present themselves, and there are going to be things that happen that, you know, you don't necessarily aren't looking to have to address. And you know, that's the way, that's life. And but luckily I'm going to have a great support system and a staff and people around me that want me to be successful, that are behind me. And that's the most important thing. Is I've always said for a long time, to go be a head football coach, you know, it's not necessarily the place, but it's the people. And to make sure you're working for people you want to work with, people you can trust, people you believe in and believe in you. And that's why I believe this is a special opportunity for me, because I believe I have that here at the University of Nebraska. And my job is to make sure that people look back in years and let them know that they made the right decision, because I'm going to give every effort of making sure that I make the people of Nebraska proud.
Well, what kind of restrictions or challenges do you face in recruiting? Mentioning that you had to do that immediately, coming from a school of LSU? Are you strictly focused on the players that the old coaching staff went after? Or you know, what challenges do you face in going out and getting some new guys or maybe guys you were recruiting at LSU?
Well, that's gonna be, there's a lot really that has to be done as far as recruiting, and that's evaluating the, you know, trying to keep the young men that the University of Nebraska has made a commitment to up to this point, and, you know, evaluating where we need to go from there. And, you know, that's really, it's gonna be a process. It's something that's gonna take, you know, everybody kind of getting their collective efforts together and making sure that we head this thing in the right direction. And, you know, there's gonna be, there's a lot of work that needs to be done in the recruiting aspect of things, and we'll see where it goes.
Is it important to get
One
your
more up
assistant?
front here.
Is it important to get assistant coaches in here because of that?
Absolutely,
quickly?
there's no doubt about it.
Will you go out right away tomorrow, Bo? Is that your plan?
I don't know if it'll be tomorrow, but it'll be very soon.
Thanks, Bo.
We're going to invoke the Jim Walden rule. Thank you guys for coming.
I assume you want a family photo,
Yeah,
bring them up and.
He was the first coach I ever interviewed.
Bo Pelini being named.
Washington State.